mikevsbeer. Welcome to Detroit City. We are in Eastern Market Brewing Company, and I've got Dane here. Dane is the founder of Eastern Market Brewing Company. And is this the location where it all started?
This is where it all started back in 2017.
So 8 years, but it's not just here now.
Yep, so we have 3 other breweries now. So a lot's happened in the last 7-8 years. Yep.
So you think about this, 7-8 years, your total of 4 breweries. This is like rapid expansion.
Yeah, it started a little bit slow. We're getting our bearings and then just kind of skyrocketed. And during the pandemic is when things really took off. Yeah.
I mean, that's such a lesson because whenever anybody gets involved in a business, there are going to be trials and tribulations. And there's going to be times where it looks like this isn't going to work. And the pandemic would be that multiplied by 1,000,000.
Yep.
Yet that wasn't cause for alarm, it was cause for motivation to do something different. I gotta understand the story behind your mascot.
Yeah.
You got this elephant,
Yeah.
You'll see him in the bar, we'll go back there later on. Maybe we can have a tasting or two if you twist my arm, I don't know, maybe.
We wanted something organic. We just felt like we kept seeing kind of the same logos of breweries that are popping up.
Yeah.
They'd have like a hop or something. And so we wanted a mascot, and we said we wanted organic, something that's community focused, something that remembers the history of brewing in Detroit, because this is where Stroh's was located. And there was like 9 or 10 breweries in Eastern Market in the early 1900s up until the Prohibition. So we talked about that. And these companies all came back with these amazing idea boards, and consistently there was an elephant in every single one.
Serious?
Yeah, so we asked them why, and it's because they're
awesome.
very communal animals. Finding a good watering hole was a term that we heard a lot, and then also because of their memories and remembering the brewing history. But again, we had put all our money into buying this building that we couldn't afford any of them, so we called up a friend, and he ended up designing this logo. And I wish I could say it was a bunch of back and forth, but this was literally just the first elephant he sent back to us, and we're like, that's it. Really, that helped us a lot too, because before we opened in Eastern Market, we had a stand with merchandise, and we would sell the shirts, and we were just selling out of shirts like crazy. And I thought people were so excited for the brewery, and I'd see people around Detroit wearing these shirts. And then I'd stop them, and they didn't even know about the brewery. They just thought it was a cool logo, and so
You hit a home run.
Yep, exactly.
I'm so glad I asked that question because that story is fantastic. I had no idea about the elephant being staple to these historic Detroit breweries. So you guys buy this building. You don't even know you're going to be brewers.
Yep.
Is that an idea? Wow. And here they are. Now they're a brewing company with 4 different locations.
So our first brew house is right here. It's a 5-barrel brew house.
Okay.
And brewed everything in house. The idea was everything would go across the counter. Now when we acquired Axel and became Pinnacle Project, they had a 10-barrel brew house, so we were able to double our capacity.
Sure.
And then in 2022, we took over Roke's space in Royal Oak. They have a 30-barrel brew house. So then we tripled again. And then most recently, we acquired Founders location in Detroit. They actually have a 5-barrel brew house as well, but it's 1,000,000 times nicer than what we started with.
Wow.
So we use that to a lot of pilot batches.
Yep.
And then the great thing about having all these different breweries with different sized brew houses is we can kind of pilot things, and as they do well, they expand. So we'll pilot something here or at the former Founders location on Charlotte Street. It's called Elephant & Co. And then if it does well, we'll go to Ferndale Project, and then if it does even better, then we'll end up producing it in Royal Oak.
Well, we've got this tremendous foundation. Do you want to give us a quick tour of your facility here?
This is where it all started back in 2017. Honestly, not much has changed over those years. There's a lot of history in this building. So it was an old meatpacking plant. And I mentioned that we at first didn't know that this was going to be a brewery. It was because it was so run down. Once we demoed the building, we realized that it had really nice bones. And we tried to keep as much as we could. So like some examples are these were actually ammonia cooling coils that were used to cool the building, and they sat on top of these beams up here. And we actually repurposed them and made them the legs of all of our tables, which is really cool.
Super cool.
Yeah. If you come around here, there's some meat hooks hanging on the wall. This is an original scale that was here as well. As you can see,
and it's fully functional.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. You can see about 80 people in the tap room.
Right.
Now is our smallest location, but it definitely has the most character.
So much character. That's the word for it. You feel it in these walls.
And then this is the alley that goes straight to Eastern Market. So in the summertime, this whole alley's full. Another amazing thing that the city did is our street, we're allowed to close. So it's basically a big block party all summer long. Yeah, so this is the second floor of the building.
Yep. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
The goal is in the next few years, hopefully we get this built out. We've even talked about a rooftop beer garden. That's something we wanted to do a while ago, but we keep acquiring other locations. And so we've been a little bit distracted. But the goal is at some point to build out this space.
You're hearing this first on the Breweries of America series. This is why we do what we do. Because in 5 years, people are going to be like, where did this come from? And you're seeing the foundation when it's just a germinating idea in your mind.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're so forthright and sharing it with us, like, so appreciate this because the vision you have is inspiring. And the success you have is equally inspiring.
And Pineapple Market Day has become our best-selling warm weather beer.
Okay, thank you. Cheers, salud, and Prost. The mouthfeel is fantastic. It's full-bodied and it's silky. It is so like smooth. The flavor's great. Like, yes, there's pineapple present. It's not overdone. Yeah. Have this under 5 and still have that full, rich presence is amazing. So you did fantastic with that one.
Then next up, this is the flagship. This is Elephant Juice. This is what truly put us on the map. And no matter what we do, it's always our best seller.
Yeah.
Very hazy. It's got Citra, Mosaic, and Mandarina Bavaria hops in it.
Fantastic. Cheers. Salute and Prost. Sharper back end, for sure. Not as sweet. Full bodied again. Silky smooth. Total winner.
Last one we have here is also an IPA. It's called Detroit Style. We call it a Midwest IPA. It's not quite a West Coast. It's a low IBU, so it's not super bitter. It's not an East Coast, as you can see. It's not hazy.
Not hazy at all.
And this has been the surprise hit of the year that it's selling really well. It's got a really funky label with pepperonis all over it.
Yep.
So that's a little bit different. It's got a great name, Detroit Style. Tell me what you think.
Cheers, salute, and Prost. Fantastic again. I mean, I'm like a broken record, but your beers are that good. It is definitely further leaning towards West Coast, much easier drinker.
Yeah.
I think you nailed the description, being a Midwest, because you do pick up a little bit of that citrus flavor in there early on, but the back end finishes strong with the piney resin, but not to an offensive amount. Closing remarks, big events that your fans should know about.
So we've got our Fruling Fest, like I said, that's coming up in a couple Saturdays, and then our pickle party is our biggest party of the summer. We started making a pickle beer that was a surprising hit. It was on our street, and we have a pickleball tournament for it.
Perfect.
I honestly am not, but honestly, overall, like as opposed to events, this is the time to come visit our breweries. Our Ferndale Project location has an incredible patio. It gets voted Oakland's best patio of the year every single year. They come out there in the spring, as I mentioned, starting on Flower Day, our street will be closed, and there's a big party on the street here in Eastern Market. And our location in Detroit has an amazing patio as well. It's called Elephant & Co. So just come out in summer if you're in Detroit. If you want to get some pizza, stop by Elephant & Co. Always come to the original location and check out our beer here. Like you said, it's better fresh on tap, where it all started. And yeah, just come enjoy our products this summer.
That's awesome, Dane. Hey, thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Appreciate it so much. Everybody, I tell you what, he has been a fantastic host. It's no surprise that their brewery is doing so well when you have this level of engagement with the founder. And if you treat all of your employees like you've treated us when we come here on a Saturday before you even open, again, it's no surprise that the success you're having. We look forward to meeting you all at other breweries across this nation. Tune in for more Breweries of America.